YouTube. What's going on with you? Happy Wednesday already. That's right. Wednesday already. 3/26/25. I got that update for you. I promised you. I'll keep you updated on this 3-day fast I was talking about. I'm still on it. Believe it or not, I'm still on it. That's right. If you don't recall, I started it Tuesday, 3/25/25. And I think the last thing I had eaten was 2 hard-boiled eggs about 9 or 10 a.m. And then from that point up to about noon, I was snacking on M&Ms on trail mix. And I just eat the M&Ms out of the trail mix. But I had stopped at about 11:30. So we're gonna call it 12 o'clock, like I said in the last video, is when my fast started, my 3-day fast. So here we are, the next day. 24, 27, 28 hours into it. It's about 4 p.m. I think I'm going strong. I think I'm doing pretty good over here. What's weird is, I'm not even hungry. 27, 28 hours into it. I'm not even hungry. Now, I do have to admit that I'm tired. I'm fatigued. But I think that has to do with me producing yesterday's video. I went over my time limit. And I actually started cutting into my sleep time. So I lost about 2 hours of sleep trying to produce that last video. In doing so, what I've learned is the editing software I have on my laptop is the same one I have on my phone. And I've been using the one on my laptop. And that thing has been giving me nothing but headaches. Things take forever to render, or they get stuck in the rendering mode. Next thing you know, an hour went by, hour and a half went by, and it cuts into my activities time or my sleeping time. But I stay at it and I stick to it because I got to get you a video. I made a promise to you. But what I learned was late last night, at about 10 o'clock, when the laptop was freezing on me, the video wouldn't upload. I said, you know what, let me just give it a shot on my phone, because I never used the phone. That thing was so quick on the cell phone. Same editing software. So now I learned that that's what I'm going to be using from now on. Save myself a lot of time. Because if you look at a lot of YouTubers, they suggest editing your software, but they also warn you that editing takes a lot of your time. That's why you see some YouTubers that produce videos once a week, maybe twice a week. Some even have greater distances than that, longer gap times than that, because it all comes down to the editing. And my first set of videos to you didn't include these editings because I didn't have the software. But ever since I've had it, I've tried to entertain you in different ways through the software. So I hope you're enjoying it, for one. And I do plan on continuing that process of making videos for you. I don't want to just be a talking head on the screen. Anyhow, like I was saying, this fast is going pretty good. Other than feeling a lot sleepy, actually. But I attest that to, like I said, losing 2 hours of sleep. But other than that, no pains in the body. Stomach is not growling. That's why I'm considering that I'm not even hungry. Now, every time I see food, of course, I want a bite of whatever it is that I'm looking at, you know? I can eat. Given a choice, I can eat. But I don't have to eat. And that's the remarkable aspect of this journey. Being in only 3 days is still a remarkable task to endeavor. Because you would figure you'd be constantly crying about food and looking for different ways to get some food inside of here. But 28 hours into it, I'm perfectly fine. I don't have no strong, out of control desires for food. Now, I do feel a little sluggish. You know, I don't walk normally as fast as I normally do, but I don't feel weak. I still feel capable of doing everything I was always capable of doing. So if you have negative thoughts about doing it, the 3-day fast, get that out of your head. You can make it, just like I'm gonna make it. Your body is now eating from itself. If you're along with the ride, on this ride with me. But my body is consuming itself from all the fatty material that's inside. From all the bad cells that may or may not be inside. But it's doing what it needs to do. And I'm gonna help it to get there. Like I said, I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. It's only gonna benefit you. What harm can come from it? Now, a little more research I've done, I think in my case, a 3-day fast is probably the max that I want to do to maintain safety. Because if you're not providing food and nourishment to your body, then your body has to consume something to give you some sort of energy. And if you're like me, where you don't have a lot of fatty material within your body, then there's not much reserve for your body to go ahead and partake from. Like I said, last time I checked, I was about 170. So I don't have a tremendous amount of fat stored inside my body. So I don't want to overdo it. At this time, I can't see myself doing a 5-day, 7-day, 2-week fasting type of deal. I don't think that's for me. But it may work in your benefit, especially if there's a lot of pounds you're trying to get rid of. This may be your faster method of doing so. I know it's hard to get in that gym. I know it's hard to be consistent with a workout. Believe me, I do know that. But you can do it. Don't cop out and make an excuse. But this just may be an easier route for you. Put the zipper on your lips. Like they say, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Well, eat no evil too. There's a lot of things out there that we consume are considered evil because they're not good for us. So keep that in mind. Let that be your motivation. You want to get rid of some few pounds, as well as resetting your entire system. You should do it. You know, just a little more fine-tuning on the details. When I woke up this morning, early, way before the sun came up, again, I felt fine. No issues. Food was not the first thing on my mind. Wasn't hungry. Like like I said, I was a little tired. But that's fine. I'm almost used to that. That's almost a daily part of my life, just being tired. Then come around 10 a.m. That's when I started feeling a little hungry. Remember, I had started at 12 noon the day before. So now at this point, we're at about the 22-hour mark, 10 a.m. That's when I started feeling a little bit hungry. Started looking for food sources. And everybody had it in their hands, because boy, I wanted it. But that's where self-control comes in. Self-control, discipline, self-discipline. But that feeling dissipated after a few minutes. It was definitely controllable. So I'm assuming from time to time, you get these cravings for food. Because you're used to it. Some people eat food for comfort, to cope with certain things. It's almost like a medicine to them. And others just eat because they feel the need to eat. Sorry for the shaking, it's a little windy out here today. But the only other symptoms I've had or felt was a little tension. A little tension around the eyes. You know, I don't know if that's something being done inside the head, the brain. Something taking place there. Not tension to the point of having a headache, but just you can feel a little tightness, if you will. Then come around 12:30 noon, 12:30 p.m. this afternoon, 30 minutes past the 24-hour mark. Still really wasn't feeling hungry, wasn't craving food. But I would have ate just about anything you gave it to me. But no, we're not quitting around here. We ain't no quitters. You rolling with me, you're not a quitter either. And I've been diligent, not eating anything. I've only been consuming water. My routine is to buy 2 1-liter containers of water. Like I pick these up from 7-Eleven every few days. But I only drink 1 liter per day. That's because I don't have a real taste for water, unless it's a really hot day. But I made it from the beginning of my day to the end of the day, finally finishing off that 1 liter of water. So that's been the only thing I've consumed. I know that's not enough water per doctor's recommendations, but that's just me. I do what I can do. In my mind, at least I'm trying to drink water. At least I am intaking water. Just not to the satisfactory point of what's acceptable, but it's more than acceptable to me. So I made it through that process of only consuming water. I'll do the same thing tomorrow. Drink nothing but water. Hopefully I can finish that 1 liter container as well. But I don't feel anything negative going on in my body. I don't have any regrets. I know that you won't either. All you gotta do is get the journey started. I know that my body's gonna benefit. It's gonna start seeking and searching for any disease, for any inflammation, for anything that's causing injury or pain to my body. It's gonna search it out, and it's gonna destroy it by consuming it and getting rid of the waste. So that's what I'm longing for. That's what I'm hoping for. A complete reset. of my internals. That's the latest. I will definitely continue to keep you informed. I would love to see in the comments that you started it as well. A little support from you towards me goes a long ways too. Remember, we're in this together, whether you started or not. We all want to live long. We all want to live healthy while we're living long. So don't just look at the things you see on YouTube and keep swiping. Learn from them. Adhere those things to your life. If it's something that's a positive, put those things to action in your life. But that's how we roll over here. We ain't got time to play around at 25. I don't know what you've done the rest of your previous life, but not in 25. Not in 25. We're gonna change some things around here for our lives in 25. We're gonna get our mind right and we're gonna get our body right. I hope you're with me. I'm not gonna hold you up. Till the next update. See you on Thursday. Peace out.